All right, so here's the kind of, I guess, kind of line. I don't know can't think of the word right now. So I start off with a kind of base sketch of what I'm trying to draw. Do the head. So the opacity turned down, but I start off with 40 point on the head, so circle and just more mold the head, do the into the neck, and I draw an oval for the chest area, torso. Now this is like the rough sketch. So I don't care if this looks good. I just care that it looks human. Like you can barely tell that this is like a person currently. As you can see. I do a little uh kind of smaller oval for the like the middle to lower torso into the waist. And after that I switch to 20 pixels and then I switch to this kind of blue color and do the well, use opacity. It's around. I usually like to do 35%, and then I do the second sketch, which is like the actual body sketch. So this is where I'm actually starting to make it look human, like more human, and start making it look good. As you can see, got in here. I'm as far as I'm sketching on the wrong layer. Don't mind me. I'm just redoing until I. There we go. Always, always double check your layers. Let's see, kind of. I can even erase it. So that's the I have had an incident where I was drawing a different female character, and yeah, I like to call this part the quote unquote naked sketch. They are technically naked, but like not like nude. Anyways, after that, I do the clothing sketch. So this is where I start. Well, I it's in the name, the clothing. I switch this red color here. I outline, work on like what goes where. The 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 fold the foldings are like extremely tough. This is just for this character, but I also I will add like extra layers if I wanted. Well, yeah, the second layer of clothing on there, as you can see with the coat. And yeah, once all of that is done, I lower all their opacity. I'll just choose 45, and then I do the outline. For I started using a 2.5 pixel uh pixel brush because here I'll show you. Do 2.5 normal brush here versus the now it's mainly about sharpness, and also it saves a whole lot of time on the coloring. Here, I'll show you why. All right, I'm gonna make a circle with the pixel art brush, and then I'll make a circle with the alias brush. All right, bucket, red, boom. As you can see, fully fills the inside. But the alias brush, as you can see, there's still pixels there. It's fucking showing me annoying. But yeah, yeah, do the outline. This is where all the art comes in. I turn off the sketch and I start doing the coloring. I go into now that I've switched to a Pixar, I can just duplicate the outline uh layer, then just paste it. Just use the paint bucket tool. But I'll just go into here. To show you why you still have to use this character right here. As you can see, I had an entire like turn all the colors into groups. At the top I do like the accents, so as you can see with her belt and hair and eyes, and I do the clothing, do the skin, and for the lower section, the whites, is because this background right here, I use this for all the people at night, looking at this at night. And of course, if I didn't have the whites, I'd have it looking like this. So yeah, but now I'm not using that. Yeah. Finally, for shading, what I do is I make a new layer, and I get this kind of high visibility green color, and I outline the parts where, like, well, first I try and think of a light source. Like, for instance, light source right here. That's where the light source is. So thinking, okay, light source is kind of going from top left to bottom right. So I imagine where maybe the like the light would hit, and wherever, like, if I want to mark a big area, I'll sometimes do this, or sometimes if I'm just really bored, I do, well, that. After I'm done marking, I go through the coloring phase, which unfortunately isn't easy as the base coloring phase. As it's just I don't know how to explain it, but basically I just do the shading, boom, and that's how I make my drawings, like old Judith here. So yeah, I'm currently working on uh giving her a, I say new, but it's technically an old look. So turn off clothing. Clothing. It is this. This is the drawing from 2000 2024. So I'm trying to give her that new look, well, give her old look back. But yeah, that's how I draw my stuff. Hope you enjoyed.